Hello everyone! Sorry for the late start. I was doing errands and then got home a little bit later, and then I was like, cool, I'm ready to go, and then I had to update everything, so it took a little longer. Apparently Notion, which I use for like content planning, is detecting a meeting, which my guess is that it's the closed captioner on Twitch. And it wants to take note. No, we're not taking notes. That would be hell of a note, so. Hello, Zin. Let me finish chewing my bread and then we will get started. But I hope everyone had a good Halloween. Ours was notably busy, as expected. I think our final count, for those who haven't heard this story yet, Halloween's kind of big in the neighborhood, and last year, well, the year before, 2023, we had 415 trick-or-treaters. Last year we had 440, and then this year we had 549. Actually, probably could have had a little bit more, but a couple of guys showed up after we kind of were breaking down and we didn't have our candy out, so it could have been over 500, or 550, but man. Ciabatta breads for like cheering. I'm also looking to see what fish are on. There's some fish coming up. I need to see... Oh wait, why am I looking at Dawn Trail fish? I can't go to Dawn Trail on this character. So I can just check those off. It's the Endwalker fish that I don't have all of. I just need to make sure I have enough gathering for them. I'm pretty certain I do. Notion, I don't know what you think. There is no meeting going on right now. We could do up to patch 6. Up to and including patch 6.3, so we're not doing any Endwalker Legends. And I actually prepped a bunch of script this time, so. Okay. I should also be following which houses Denmo are going to. If he's going to any on Materia, I should just jump scare him. Let's see where his first house up yet. Let's find out. No, he's not even going to be close to Materia today. Oh, alright, let's have some fun. Alright, stop. No. Stop. Notion, my Notion keeps trying to start meeting notes here. So let me shut Notion up here. I don't need your AI crap right now. Alright, we got Blue Corpse. That's easy. Earful. Do we have mayflies on us? If not, we can go actually get some. Yes, we do. We could probably go pick up Earful and start in Thavnir. Now that I've actually unlocked that gateway. So we're on our, so we're going to be on the Materia ult today. This guy got skipped to Endwalker, but not through it. And so I've been slowly working my way through all of Endwalker just so I can get caught up on all of that and can use this guy to test high ping fishing. As you can see, where you can probably guess where I'm at right now, but because Earful is a timed fish, it's not that big of a deal. So don't mind me, I'm just going to fish during the apocalypse. Literally. But Earful is up for another 6 minutes. We can just use Sailor on this. Oh, it's all powerful hook set, so I didn't need to use any of those. Okay. For a round for it, we might do the ocean fishing boat in half an hour as well. No, not in half an hour. It's in daylight savings time. Oh no. Should be in an hour and a half. Yeah, okay. In an hour and a half. I forgot that I also have, on this character, I have all 3 times on, so you can have Eorzea time, local, and server, because I found that a lot of Oceania players refer to server time, so it's a whole lot easier for me to have that instead of trying to do it in my head, jumping from one time zone to the next. But hello to everyone who might be just joining us now. I'm on Materia, specifically Sophia. I'm going to be working on just catching some big fish. This guy already has Lord of Far Waters, which is all the Shadowbringers fish. I started it as kind of just, I really like this title. This is probably my favorite fishing title. Behind, I think, Anglers of the Stars. And so I just wanted to work on that a bit more and see if I can at least get big fish on this guy while I chip away at Endwalker. I'm in Elpis, so I'm not that far away, but it's like just far away enough. Hello, King Decatur. Yeah, Decatur. Yeah, I got that right. I also cleaned up my music playlist, so I'm not going to get... It should have most of the copyright stuff out. So why is my Twitch not showing up? There we go. Laughing. Yeah. So I thought Denmo started at 7. Or like 6 or 7. So I was like, yeah, I can do it at 3. and then I'll just raid into Denmo, and Denmo is like, no, I'm starting at 3:30. I'm like, crap. So yeah, him and I are streaming at the same time, which is fine for him, not fine for me. But that's my own problem. That's fine. It's more, it's more cake for everyone to enjoy. But when we're done, we'll go to Denmo. He opened up a Minecraft server yesterday that I was like, meh, maybe I won't, maybe I will play it. And then someone on his stream was like, oh, well, now that you've mentioned that there's fishing mods, Fruity's going to be there. And I'm like, I'm already watching this. I'm like, well, now I have to for the bit. And not only does he have one fishing mod, he has like 3. I keep finding new aquatic fishing mods that he's added. It's like a 510, 549 mods in this whole pack. It's ridiculously huge. We totally have Vidolphin here, don't we? Abelethy's Spine. That's Dravani and the Tree Mists. Yeah, okay, we definitely have Vidolphin here. We should have... We don't have... Okay, we have you, but we don't have... We don't have Aetherlouse, and that's up right now, so we can go grab that really quick. Aetherlouse shouldn't take that long. I have no rhyme or reason to the fish I'm going for today. I felt like fishing. I haven't just done a straight up fishing. I don't know. I haven't done a straight up fishing stream in a while. Usually it's cannibalized by Mahjong, but not today. But I will say it almost got cannibalized by Minecraft, but we are not doing that. I think on top of this too, Zin is not only is Denmo streaming, but Wrath is streaming as well, which are like the 2 people that I draw most of my audience from. You're not up for another 30 seconds, but that's fine. So the weather change. Aetherlouse is powerful. Glowworm, we only have 1. It's probably a beta or a Vax. Perfect. And then I can just... Well, actually, I can get started now because I use the healer. One thing I might also do, if I can remember with the Eorzean time, is I will switch over to Fruity Prime to work on Cosmic Exploration. I have the lower lime soda float chain, which is lower lime soda, bubble burster, fusing way distribution. I have that one already done and recorded. Fusing way, I don't know if I like the recording because I don't think it's great. The Fusing way distribution is the only EX plus in that, and it's a little bit tricky, but not necessarily tricky. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Aetherlouse done. We can go. Who is up that is tricky that I should go for? I don't care about Kuno. Ninja, we're not going to get in a minute. Void Bass? Question mark? I mean, do I have Void Bass already? I don't have Wraith Frost, so no. Get it over there. Yeah, so in the Cosmic Exploration, that final fusing wave flow distribution survey, I believe it is, you have to catch 21 fish. That was giving some initial headaches to folks, but I think the reason why was no one was using their cordial correctly. It's not difficult. There is a bit of luck to it, 100%, but it isn't necessarily so difficult that you're not going to fail it as often as, say, some of the old 3 steps in Sinusodorum. This one is mostly tricky because you need to use your cordial like immediately, within the first 2-3 casts, in order for it to be most effective, because you really want to be getting that cordial on cooldown as quickly as possible, because then that allows you to use it a second time before the time limit's up, and that's basically just a free double hook. And with 2 of the like 5 fish in that mission being more than 2 fish worth on the double hook, it's very, very important that you get that second one done. Oh yeah, I totally didn't finish what I was saying. I did put together a stream playlist now that has all the copywritten music that I keep getting dinged by, and that like Wrath says he was getting dinged by, so there's no Dragon Song, there's no Heaven's Ward. I got dinged for Nier on my last stream, but that was a that wasn't Square Enix, so I disputed that one because it was being used from the 14 album. Go figure. So that one should be okay. Probably you as well. Okay. There we go. Okay. Learning so much about high latency. So hello, Lynn in YouTube chat. I'm learning a ton about how latency impacts big fishing, and the answer is not as much as people think, but it is definitely annoying feeling. Fish coming up that we can jump off Void Bass to. Xenacanthus. Do I have that one already on this character? I have it marked down, but I think that was for my other crystal character. No, we don't. Okay, so we could in theory go to Xenacanthus, but that's in like 16 minutes. that would be after Void Bass. Opabinia, which I have to start Sky Builders for, so I won't do that one. Yeah, it does make everything just a wee bit slower. Yeah, Lynn, ocean fishing is probably the part that I have seen the most impact on. You probably lose point potential because of the latency. But yeah, it is, everything is just a little bit slower. And it's not as snappy. Hello, Jet. How are you? Usually when I plan these streams, I look at the fish train tool to see what's coming, and I didn't. So I'm actually not I'm kind of in the dark of what could be coming up. Nepto Dragon is coming up. I think I already have Nepto on this character. I don't. Who do I have left for Feast the Famine? I know I have Kuno. I don't think I have... Oh, that's South Shroud, yeah. Earth's Gift. I do have Namitaro, okay. There you go. I had my wife's pen and paper on my desk. Where was I? I have Kuno, I have that. I know I don't have Endoceras. Because you are here. And I haven't even gotten Coelacanthus yet. So Endoceras is on the list. When is Endo coming up? 25 minutes. We could go do Endoceras. We haven't done Nepto Dragon. Let me just pin all these. Helicoprion, I know we don't have yet. You're not up until tomorrow night. Bob's up in 20. Oh, yeah, Lynn, I am working on a fish train. I realized we hadn't had one in a while, and I have some that I want to run, just for fun. So yeah, there is one in the works. It'll probably be in the next couple of weeks. It'll almost certainly be BYOB, just bring your own bait, but I will release the train list out early so you can prepare. But yes, no, I'll probably do a fish train someday, some weekday probably. Maybe like a Thursday night within the next couple of weeks. Maybe a Tuesday, one of the two. At the latest, it'll be the week of Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving, so towards the end of the month, because I have that whole week off, and I'm traveling the back half of it, so it'll probably be in the front half. But yes, I will say there will be a just general fish train coming up, and then next year, and I really emphasis on next year in 2026, I'm going to be planning a string of fish trains that are about fish of certain regions. So like it's gonna be fish of freshwater fish of North America or fish of South America or something like that. And we'll have like an education portion with that. That'll be like a fish train / streaming thing. But I haven't fully figured that one out yet. So you can look forward to those too. I'll try and put those on days that I know people are have asked for. So probably not. They probably won't be Saturday nights. They'll either be Sunday nights or someday during the week. I'm done with all of my travel and like heavy projects because I don't have any more conventions for the rest of the year. I don't have to go anywhere for the rest of the year outside of holiday travel. So I'm spending the next kind of couple months, one, relaxing, and two, doing a lot of research for those events so that I have like in the first half of the year I can do one. I'll probably do like two in the first half. I'm thinking, I don't know, probably one in January and then another one in April or May. Maybe make them like once a quarter. As much as I hate speaking like it's like, ooh, corporate planning, what are you going to do it quarterly? Realistically, that's how much energy I can expend to that right now. But if I can front load it, then I can do it more often. Alright, how close are we? How close are we? Not close at all. Do I have a navigator's brain? No, so we definitely don't have an Ectodragon. I search. Endo. We don't have Endoceras, and I know we don't have Healy. Oh, we do have a Healy. Strange. Who am I missing? I know I don't have a Shoni? I don't have a Shoni. That's it. That's in 6 hours, though, so that's not going to happen on this stream. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. Shonisaurus. Is Shonisaurus the one that doesn't actually have a weather condition? I think it doesn't. I think it's just Mahar. So if I can fish eyes Mahar, it shouldn't be too hard to set up. Let's see. It's still in 6 hours. Okay, well, that's not happening on the stream today. Never managed to get a third yet. Yeah. High ping, you're lucky to get 2 cast in on the Fabled ints. Like 30-second ints. If you can get more than 2, then you definitely didn't get what you needed, and you got pretty lucky. So we're just waiting now on Void Bass, but I'm gonna go find something a little bit more inviting here, a little bit more pressured. Do I pick a Bombardfish? I'm doing 2 characters at once right now. And so it's always very confusing to me if I've actually gotten the fish or not, because I'm doing it twice. The answer, though, was no, you, and we're going to do Planetus. Oh, wait, no, I can't do Planetus because I don't have access to Point Nothos yet. So we can do Ice Rhyme Pike for about 6 minutes. And then we'll find something else to do. With Garlemald. I'm not looking forward to having to recatch Snowy on high ping. Going back to what you were saying, Wordnay, with not being able to get multiple, like, your 3 casts in. Definitely not going to be able to do that on this guy. Yeah, okay, we're good. This is one of those fish that I probably should redo the guide for. And the guide wouldn't be that hard to redo, because Ice Rime Pike is up forever and quite often. Yeah, it has a 35% uptime. Oh, wait, sorry. 46.2% uptime. Sorry, I was looking at Aquaman. And it's somewhat annoying. So, like, I should probably just redo it. But I just have... There's so many fish got changed at the end of Endwalker into Dawn Trail. And I just cannot keep up with them all. I also totally just... No, that wasn't a core. Okay. Rime Pike, 2,400. We are at 3,000. Wait, is that 3,080 or 3,018? Okay, so we can't do 6 floors. I have a prediction, though, for 8.0 that something is going to be added either before or during 8.0 that makes getting Cerule cores easier. I have a very strong feeling that's going to happen. And I have a feeling it'll probably be with lures. My guess is that it'll be... they'll probably have... It'll probably be core with, like, one of the 2 weak bites. And then you can just A-lure into it, into a triple hook for the int. And then just repeat that over and over again. That's my goal. Or that's my guess for what's going to happen with the 8.0 fish. Is that Snowy Praxis is going to get nerfed. Because it would still be challenging if I could, actually it would probably be harder if you could get cores more reliably, because then you have a massive GP sync. Okay, well that was the first mooch. That was incredibly uneventful. Let's have some glowworms. I think we could do Ignis Horn. Iggy is a bit of a rare fish, but you can M-lure it. Lure, I believe, because it's a weak blade. Or it's a precision, yeah. And it's in, yeah, so why don't we go back to Mordona? Probably gonna just finish up Mordona, that's right. No, with 8.0, I totally see Snowy Praxis getting a nerf. I don't... Felanio... Sidereal Whale is going to get a nerf because Fish Eyes will be working with Endwalker fish if the trend continues, as it should. So we'll get a nerf to Sidereal Whale for certain. Like, that is almost guaranteed unless they change Fish Eyes. 8.0 will definitely see a nerf to Sidereal Whale. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something with Cerule Core, like I was saying, for Snowy Praxis. I don't think Furcicata can get any more nerfed. It really is only a significant nerf because of Swimbait, because you can just prep. While your GP is recharging, you can just prep more horizon events for the fish eyes. So I can definitely see that. I could see maybe Metal Spinner tech happening on Cerule Core. I really do feel like Snowy Praxis is going to turn into like Sea Butterfly at some point, where it's easy to trigger in, but it's harder to get the bite, and it becomes a GP management fish. I very much see that happening. Who else could get nerfed? I'm blanking. I mean, Furcicata can't really get any more nerfed than it already is. Unless they make, like, multi-slap. Unless they make slap, like, a multiple fish thing, so you can slap 2 fish at once. That wouldn't really do much. Like, anything short of that won't do much to Furcicata. Let's see, what else we got in the way of legends? Furcicata. Speaking of Furcicata, Furcicata's up. Lopoceros elegans, I don't think that'll be nerfed. I think he's fine. Hold on. 6.55. Garly Ichthys. I don't think Garly Ichthys will get nerfed. I'm actually half waiting for them to fix. I am expecting Collector's Glove Holding to either become a official skill and they remove it, or they actually remove Collector's Glove Holding. I'm kind of anticipating that as a thing that could happen. But then again, I think Garly Ichthys got a massive nerf anyways with what Chaos was suggesting and Swimbait. So I think Swimbait really wasn't a huge nerf, but it was still nerfed enough for Sidereal Whale and for Garly Ichthys. I still don't like Garly Ichthys because of the 12 Basilosaurus. I think that is incredibly boring. I was kind of disappointed with Garly Ichthys on that sense. Snowy we already talked about, Furcicata we talked about, and Sidereal Whale we already talked about. Oh, and Hyphlosaurus, that's the other one. I don't think Hyphlosaurus is in a bad spot, so I don't think that anything will happen to it. The Asticus are really easy to get and identify. You can A-lure into them. Like, I think Hyphlosaurus is fine. So I think the only thing that I'm really expecting is a Snowy Praxis nerf. Maybe? I don't know how, because on one hand, I don't hate Collector's Glove Holding, but it really feels weird to me. And it feels like if that is going to be, it's one of those tech things that you don't get any sort of information about in-game. There's no description for it. There's nothing that tells you how it works. And so I feel like that needs to potentially change. I know that would come then as a buff to Stephacanthus, and I would hope that if they changed collectors, they would address Stephacanthus. Because that's really the only fish that it matters at. Garly Ichthys, you can technically do it without it. Warrior Golly, thank you for the follow. I could see them removing Collector's Glove Holding tech, but making it more built in, so it's like an actual skill. Kind of like how they reduced the cast time on Chum after Aelid's gone when we started doing Chum canceling. I wouldn't be surprised if they would do something with that. Yeah, it is, but it's also like it really only is used on, what, 2 fish? Stethecanthus, where it's almost required, and Garliicthus. And they can fix Stethecanthus. Like, Stethecanthus is easy to fix because they just extend out its window to match whatever sculptures are. Like, that's it. So, like, that's an easy fix. Yeah, Philania holding is... I think it's different, though, because Philania holding is... You... bear with me as I explain this. You intentionally do that, because you can easily avoid Philania holding, or having Philania be last, without any sort of outside instruction needed. Like, once you know what the intuition is, then that becomes on the player to decide. So I don't think that is something that... I don't think that's something that is huge, but I mean, it's there. I don't know. I don't think Philania holding, though, will be... I don't think that... I should say, that's not the thing that I'm thinking of when I think of Collector's Club holding. I really am thinking of Stethecanthus and Basilosaurus for Garliicthus. Because I really did find, like I said, when we find out that it was just 12 Basilosaurus for Garliicthus, I was like, I really did not find that engaging. I think Garliicthus is still a good fish because of it, but I think, like, they could have had a little bit more fun with that. I feel like Rex should have been involved. I feel like they could have made Garliicthus Lancetfish with 2 Basilosaurus Rex. I think that would have been a little bit more interesting, but then you run into the Lancetfish problem. I could see Lancetfish getting nerfed as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see an identical cast upgrade that increases it to allow big fish. But that would be extremely niche, now that I say that, because I think it would really only affect... That would really only affect Lancetfish, because you don't need any double big fish from anybody else. Yeah, so maybe not. Maybe it'll just be a double hook or a triple hook. I'm also kind of expecting them to do a lot of button conversion, like bring some of the buttons down. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if cast gets like flipped into hook whenever you cast out, or rest or something like that. Like they start condensing it with that like flip tech. I'm also kind of expecting them to do something with, because I think they've said that they're not going to do a level cap raise. I guess the earliest we'll find out is April, but I believe they said that they're currently not looking at raising the level cap, so we might be seeing like skill trees or buffs. My personal favorite would be is if they use the soul crystal, but on fishers, and oh crap, we're gonna miss Endoceras. I want them to use something a little bit more, and I think using like soul crystals and the specialist system, but have multiple types of specialists for fisher, and then you can swap it out, and each of the specialists you get has a unique buff and or like downside to it. So for example, if you have like one buff, like say you have like the heart of a shark, or something. Maybe fish bite, like you permanently have chum. Fish bite quicker, but they don't. But then they have like a 10% extra chance of slipping or something like that. Like, that's what I would love to see, is something that lets me have to make decisions based on the fish beyond just skill usage. Because then, even then, I think you would get some variance on like straight catch fish. So hello to everyone who's just joining us. We are fishing here on Materia. We're just working on some big fish. There's no really big preset schedule. I'm just kind of grabbing what's up, but I do have, oops, if I pick the right page here. I'm just kind of grabbing whatever's up, and we're just going to work on our fishing log. This guy already has all of the Shadowbringer's fish. He has enough GP to get half of the Endwalker fish. So we're going to do those along with all of the Realm-Reborn and Stormblood fish. So we're just kind of hopping around a bit. I think my focus is to work on some of the Feast of Famine fish. So we'll have Endoceras here in about a minute. And then Neptodragon. I should just confirm that I don't have Neptodragon. I do not. Okay. Yeah, so you're torn because you saw stuff like that in WoW, talking about like the, you know, different buffs and stuff you can get. There will always be a meta choice. I don't think they could design a system that would be like, without them explicitly forcing that on you and taking the choice away from the player, which I don't think they'll do. I don't think that there is a system where you're not going to find a meta choice at all. There will absolutely be a meta choice. I totally just accidentally pushed that. I wasn't paying attention. Is Coelacanthus up? Let's spell Coelacanth. No, it's up in 6 minutes though. Oh, this is a 20 to 24. Okay. Oof, that lag. Pause. Caught the fish. Wait a minute. Ouch. I'm gonna wait on casting here. I definitely think that there's a way to do it. And I've been torn on if I want to make a video on it, because I've been thinking about this for like a year now. What would I want to see in 8.0 for fishing after like this banger of a patch that we got for fishing? Like the Endwalker fishing has been great, minus red maggots. We start off with an endo slip, as is tradition. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what Fisher could use, and I said this at the end of 7.0 or 6.0 when I was like, I don't know what Fisher needs, and then they give us all these like really good skills, and I'm like, yeah, okay. The only one that I guessed and said that we need that we did end up getting was rest. I called it cut the line, but rest makes more sense. And I think this is a really, really powerful skill. So I'm glad to see it added. Spareful Hand makes sense. I think what we could see outside of like bait choices, we could totally see mooch-sided skills. So, and maybe this is tied into that buff system that we're talking about, where you know, if you have this, you know, if you're utilizing this stance, you can use Surface Slap on mooched fish. Mooch Slap, I think, is like the biggest one. I don't think we need a new skill. I think it just needs to be enhanced. I don't think we need like Surface Slap 2. I just think we just need enhanced Surface Slap, because we don't need more skills. We're running out of. This is a full bar, or like a full kit, and I don't have. I don't even have all the skills on it. Like, I probably don't need Shark Eyes. That's not really needed. I have Gig. Probably don't need Snagging. I don't have Salvage on it. I have Electric Current, which I probably don't need Electric Current. The other side of this coin is we see an expansion to, like, you know, some overworld fishing skills, but then we get a ton of spearfishing skills that are useful, and then they just focus on spearfishing again. Yeah, the new command panel would be great for spearfishing, actually. That's a good point. So I could see that being used. I think like that would be really good to have. I think they could do more with spearfishing. Big spearfish are always a thing that comes up. I could see big spearfish. I could see increased spear recast. I could see wider spears, so you can catch, like, it's a whole lot easier to catch more than one. You don't have to wait for them to all line up. I could see Electric Current being tied to angry dart stacks rather than chain. I could see stuff being better for like lower chain. I think there's a lot of potential in spearfishing, and they didn't touch it at all with Dawn Trail, so I'm hoping that they do an 8.0. I'm interested, though, with that panel, too. I was talking to a friend about it Friday morning, and one of the things that was mentioned was, how is that going to work on controller? Because I feel like controller would be, I don't know, like a keypad for a controller doesn't really work. So I'm interested to see, like, what do they do? Like, are they just going to give stuff into something? Hey, Mousy! Hello, Mousy. It's not a cult. I promise. Fishing isn't a cult. We're totally a cult. How are you, Mousy? How was your stream? For those of you who don't know Mousy, Mousy is absolutely wonderful. I can't remember the things for shouting out. Crap, I'm not good at this. Let's see. Anyways, Mousy's great. If you haven't checked out Mousy, Mousy does occasionally fish. Mousy does play Final Fantasy XIV. A bunch of other stuff. What, you've been playing Blueprints a lot recently, right? I still need to finish Blueprints. Everyone from Mousy Stream, hello, my name is Fruity Snacks. I play Final Fantasy XIV amongst many other games, and my main shtick is that I fish a lot. A lot. Like a ton. So, if you're into fishing and fishing mini games, I'm your guy. We're currently working on one of, would be my 4th alt going for all the big fish in Final Fantasy XIV. We are done with all of Shadowbringers, and we're working on the first 3 expansions, A Realm Reborn to Shadowbringers. Sorry, A Realm Reborn to Stormblood, that's it. And so we're currently trying to get Endoceras, which is not cooperating with me today. And then after this, we'll swing over to a very large boat in a rainstorm and go for Neptodragon. And if we have time, we'll go for Little Pericos as well. Oh, Navigator's Brand is up in 30 minutes too. Should probably use a skill here. So anyways, welcome in. We're here to fish. But alright, well, blueprints, I've heard great things, so having you being in a chokehold sounds right to me. I know when I was playing it, probably at the start of the year, there was a good week when I was lost to it. It's been 2 months. Holy crap. I need to get back into it now that I have some free time. I haven't finished it. I got close to the final room, but I haven't gotten there yet. So we'll see what happens. Also, the sun is now shining in my eyes. Come on, Endo. And we got 3 minutes. We will finish out this window. I don't need the whole time to go for Neptodragon. So that'll be easy. We just gotta keep forcing these mooches over and over again. Return to Oblivion, one of the best Final Fantasy XIV tracks. Also just Shiva's. All of Shiva's fights have been very fun. The Extreme Trial, Eden. One of these days I'll do Fru, and then I'll be able to do that version as well. We got one bite at the very start, and we haven't gotten a bite since. Also need to re-up my food here in a minute. The YouTube side of this is now doing a thing where it's telling me it has no audio bitrate and then says, never mind, your connection's fine. Oh, and for those of you who are just joining, if you play Final Fantasy XIV and you're interested in fishing, I do have a YouTube channel, which is, I believe, in that command. You can follow me on YouTube. I have a bunch of guides. I think I have over 300 videos now, and a book. I'm not joking. It's like a multi-100-page book on fishing in Final Fantasy XIV that you can browse and peruse and use however you need to get started, or find answers to your very specifically niche fish questions. When you rated us, Mousy, we were talking about what we wanted to see for 8.0, because God, we're already thinking about that. Yeah, because in about a year we're going to know when it's coming out. Yeah, this time next year we should probably know when it'll be out. That's going to be wild to consider. Because we probably will get a year. We'll probably get the year, at least, in North America in April. Europe might give us a season. And then Japan will give us the date if we don't have it already. I would not be surprised if... Actually, you know what? I'm going to make the claim now. I actually think that 8.0 is going to be out in 2026. I think they're going to do a December launch. They're going to do a really fast follow behind the Japanese Fan Fest, which is beginning of November, I think. Yeah, October 31st, November 1st. I fully see early December being launch for 8.0. I would not be surprised if that's the case. Oh, wait, we're out of that. We have to go to Endo Dragon now. Do I have Northern Krill on me? Get... Yeah, let's go to the beach. But, so, yeah, I think with 8.0... it's going to be really hard to guess what they're going to do because there's a non-zero chance that they just give us a brand new system that none of us could predict. By the way, you don't have to fly to this boat. This is how you actually got there before you could fly in a Realm Reborn. And if you're going for Nepto Dragon, you want to go towards the back. Yeah. OG. I don't know when they're going to do the media tour, though. My guess is that it'll still be either immediately after Japan? Like, they'll record before Japan, and then, like, they'll invite everybody, they'll do it before Japan, and then do Japan, and then everything will come out, like, mid-November for that Black Friday setup. But I don't know. That's just going to be weird. But I'm definitely getting the vibes that it's going to be a 2026 launch. They're going to do Endwalker again, basically. Hopefully with a smoother launch, server launch. Yeah, no, I got what you're saying. I think November 2026, if they do, it's going to be post-Thanksgiving. Like, it would probably be the week after Thanksgiving. Do we want to try and mooch into the Nepto Dragon? Now that I'm just getting distracted by this. I don't think I've ever actually done that. I don't think I've ever caught Nepto Dragon off the mooch. It mooches off of... where is the fish? Murtho Goby. And the Goby has a very high bite rate. We could try and do that. I would blow my slap though, which would be okay. Yeah, we'll see. If we get any like quick weak bites, we can do it because we can't use Ailer here, so, or we shouldn't use Ailer. So I think pass. I definitely could see if it isn't 2026, it's going to be within the first quarter of 2027. But I would be surprised by that. I think they are really, with the delay in announcing the what feels like slightly later FanFest periods, I'm definitely leaning towards they're doing a faster marketing ramp up and then just immediately launching instead of having like 2 months between Japan FanFest and launch like that. I think they're going to do it within the month. And I think there could be some cool stuff too that we could see, because they're teeing up 8.0 to be like this big new change. That's too late to be a Gobi. With kind of the hints and rumors that we've been seeing and the stuff that they're building up towards. They have a lot of cool new tech that they're working on. I think like the 7.3 story had a bunch of new like gameplay tech that we hadn't really seen before, and design choices that we hadn't really seen before. I won't go into it because it's spoilers, but like if you've played it, you probably felt the same thing, where it's like, oh wait, we haven't done it this way before. So I think that could be a thing. What else? There was something else too that they just did that I was like, oh. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I remember. I'm also hesitantly expecting cross-region data center travel to happen before 8.0. Like, that might be a 7.56 thing, or 7.58, where they just go, okay, everyone can go everywhere now. Be good. You know, we trust you now. And I think that could be really interesting to see. Yeah, it'd be really nice to be able to get, you know, as somebody who hosts events, I have already planned like Fish Fest, which is coming in February. We already have a plan for how to address cross-region data center travel if they ever added it. Because right now we're just hosting everything on Materia because everyone can go there. But if they made it so everyone can go to like Europe and Materia and Japan and North America, we would go into a rotation. So we probably, I think, because we've already gotten 7.4's information, so unless they drop it in part 2, which they could, next year's Fish Fest is going to be on Oceania. But if between, you know, next year and the next Fish Fest they open up cross-region travel, it'll be on Europe. We'll take it to the European data centers. And then after that to NA, and then back to OCE. And so we'll just repeat it every 3 years. And that way we can address everybody, and everyone can, you know, not have to come and travel to the same place. Hey, Blast Bang. And yes, I was at Gateway Fate. Gateway Fate was great. I hope you had a ton of fun. Now, stay. We haven't really gotten any good Gobi bites either. We only have a minute left. If this is a Gobi, I would probably mooch it. Let's blow this. Fish.ping, thank you for the follow. Or for the subscription with your Prime. That was not me. That was somebody, I actually ran into that person at the airport. Before I even made it out of the airport in St. Louis and into my Uber, somebody had recognized me. They were like, "Are you Free Snacks?" I was like, "Yeah," and was chatting with them a bit, and they were like, "Oh, here, let me give you this," and it was the special current thing. Like, oh, this is fun. But no, that was not me. For those who weren't there, someone was handing out. You found a spectral current bag, and in it was. Do I still have the bag on my desk? Somewhere around here, maybe. Oh, I do. Let's see. It was a ribbon and a little card that said you found a spectral current, and then a bag of sour trolley gummy worms. Hold on, I have it right here. Is this it? No. Yeah, I mean, I have the bag, but it's now empty because I ate the gummy worms. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Mine didn't have a lobster though. Mine has like a little like dolphin. I have it. I did have it. It was underneath some papers on my desk. We'll blind double hook that because I wasn't paying attention. What could go wrong? Outside of the fact that could have been any of a number of fish. Whoops. Okay, we got lucky then. Alright, so we're back to the int. But yeah, no, when I saw them at the airport, they had a ton of them. Sorry, Lynn, I totally didn't see your chats there. Yeah, the new stuff in 7.3 was a ton of fun. I think that whole, like, we'll call it backrooms scene, where you were, like, investigating through stuff and you did, like, look at things and open lockers and all that, was actually a really interestingly designed way to tell that story, and I was a big fan of it, and I hope they do more stuff like that. The part where you had to find the code, I thought that was kind of cool. There was a couple of like interactive puzzles too as well. Like, we hadn't seen that a ton in these stories, so the fact that they're building out the code and establishing that is really good. I'm really annoyed that Endoceras is the fish that's giving me trouble. Let's go see if we can go pick up a little Paracos really quick. Because we don't have that, and he is like literally same body of water, just the other side. First, let me turn on this. Yeah. Nope. Back. Bad. This is also Northern Krill. Hold on. Make sure I got this right. It's lugworm. That's what I need. I know I have lugworm already. There it is. We only have like 8 minutes left? 4 minutes left? 8 minutes. That's enough time to get a bunch of mooches in. Fun fact about this fish. So we're going for little Paracos. There's actually two fun facts. One, it is one of 2 big fish that are not 3 exclamation points. Of the like 300 plus fish in the game, all of them are 3 exclamation points regardless of their size, with the exception of little Paracos here, who is a 2 exclamation point or a strong bite. The other fish is actually over there in the waterfall over there. That's the salter. It is a weak bite. It's a 1 exclamation point bite. Only 2 fish in the game that are like that. But because they exist, whenever we look for new fish, we have to assume that that's going to happen. We have to assume that they might bring that back. So we always have to check. The other fun fact is that this guy, despite being in a Realm Reborn zone, and despite like this being like this is like the first Realm Reborn zone, or one of the first ones, it is technically not a fish from a Realm Reborn. It's actually from Stormblood. When Stormblood was added, they added swimming, and so you couldn't really access this island. But when they added swimming, you could, so they added this new fishing hole, which is the Isle of Endless Summer, North Isle of Endless Summer. And with it, a whole bunch of new fish, including little Paracos, which is also the only big fish that's been added on an expansion launch. All the other one, like every other big fish has been intermediate, so like 0.1 to 0.55. This is the only one that's been added during an expansion launch, specifically Stormblood. So it is technically a Stormblood fish in a Realm Reborn zone. This technically is a Stormblood fishing hole, even though it's not. Technically it falls under a Realm Reborn for achievements, but it is a Stormblood fishing hole because of when it was added. The last weird fun fact about Little Paracos is it doesn't have a gathering requirement. All the big fish in the game have a minimum gathering that you have to hit, and once you hit it, you have a chance for it to catch. If you do not hit that gathering point, it tells you, and you just are never going to be able to catch it at all. Little Paracos is different in the sense that from testing, we have found that its gathering breakpoint is 0. However, no one's ever caught it at 0 because it is already incredibly slippery, and the slip rate for normal fish scales with your gathering, but if you're under the gathering for normal fish, it's a little bit weirder to talk about. But basically, 0 gathering is not what is expected of you. You're not expected to have 0 gathering. You're expected to have probably around Stormblood gathering, so probably around maybe 1,000, 900 to 1,000, and so it's going to slip much higher than it would if you were actually at 900 or higher gathering. Anyways, all that to say, Little Paracos is weird as hell. Oh, 4 minutes left. Yeah, so we can do a bunch. What are we going to next, though? What's up in 4 minutes? We could try and get the tail end of 100-Eye Axolotl. I forget if I have that yet or not in this guy. We don't even have it. No, wait, that was it. Okay, cool. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Electrosphere, thank you for the follow. Cool. All right, we nailed Paracos. Do I have brand? Did I do this one? I search. Navigator. No, we don't. Okay. I'm not too worried about that one though, because we don't have any of the other legends. And if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to knock it out all at once. So let's go do 100 axolotl. And then we can go into... How long is that Ninja Beta window? Not long enough. Do I have purse webs on me? Spiders. I do. We already have bombard fish. I'm just looking at the, if you don't know, if you want to get started into big fishing, or you don't know like how many big fish there are or when they're going to be up, there is a website called the Carbuncle Plushie Tracker. Go to, I think it's carby.fish, I believe is the short URL now. Yeah. So you can go to carby.fish, and that'll give you a tracker of like when all of the fish are up. All the big fish, all the notable common fish are up, and it'll tell you where to go. You can see my guides. If you click on the little YouTube icon next to it, you'll see my guides are built right in. So if you're like, oh, I want to go for Henotus grandis, there's a guide. You can click on it, and it'll take you to my guide. Also, hello, Electrosphere. Into this with more time than we thought and a lot of GP, so that is good. Looking something up while I do this. So 100 axolotl, it is caught off of a mooch of an aether eye, which is a weak bite. It's the other weak bite. It's actually weird that we got that first, but fishing is weird. Did I get rhyme pike? I did. Okay, knock off. Knock off rhyme pike. You can see all the ones that we've caught so far. So we got Earful, we got Aether Louse, Rhyme Pike, Nepto, and Little Paracos. The fact that we got them both in the same window, actually, I think that's I think that's one of my challenges. So that's cool. Let's see, Bombard Fish we already got. I'm just starting to check off on the Carby tracker here what I have and don't have. Bloodtail and Vidofnir. That I know we got last stream. Vidofnir. Such a fun name. Oh, I guess we could have just gone back and just knocked out all of the Privateer and done the Old Man in the Sea. I guess we can do that after 100 Eye. So the one thing I should double check is make sure I actually have the book. I do. I don't want to fall into the book trap, but I'm pretty certain I have all the books, so I think we're good. I think got you, definitely don't have you. Almost certainly don't have you. Don't have you, because we're not there yet. Obviously, we just caught it. And if we have you, we have those. We obviously have all of those. Gashi, I think I'm good on Othard, because that would fall under, yeah, because I have Ruby Dragon. Okay, alright, cool. Got all the books. Christopher, I am currently on Sophia, and I'm at the Papistry in Aziz's Law. And I'm currently also in a state of mild annoyance that I'm not getting any of these nerve axolotl bites. Do I even have Umizunos? Let's see. If not, I could steal them out of the aquarium chest, I think. Tapestry is really nice. It's one of the nice, well, probably only one of the Delta Quadrant in general is probably the nicest place in Aziz's Law. The rest of it's just a toxic hellhole. This is a spaceship, quote unquote spaceship. This is a failed industrial area. This is a toxic waste dump. And there's no fishing holes here. Oh wait, no, I lied. There's one fishing hole here. And it is right there to the Havosphere, which is, you're going into the sky, so take that as you wish. One more mooch, and then we'll go do Old Man in the Sea. That should be a relatively quick pickup. Mirror Scale, maybe we could pick up next after that. Let's see. Planet. No, we can't do Planetus because I'm not there yet. In the story. Zero Stratus wouldn't be that hard to pick up. Bokuden would be hard. Archbishop's an easy one. I'll save that for the end. Boo. Alright, let's go do Old Man in the Sea. Make sure my pill bug's on me. Do I need the pill bugs? I don't. Let's swing by limbs over there. Yeah, most of Aziz's Law is hellish. Also, if you've never been to Materia in the absolute off hours, this is pretty much what it looks like. Sophia's cryptid is this person who just walks around in a corner, somehow moving around in AFK. It's harmless, so I don't give a crap about that. A bunch of people just sitting around AFK, and the dancing Rogadin, who's dressed in gold, is in here. But in the morning for me, because I'm on Eastern US, in the morning, yeah, quote unquote, somehow, it's a mystery. I don't know how it works. Just true. I don't know how that works. But in the morning, it's a whole lot more popular. The one thing with Materia is if you're used to playing on North America, there's people everywhere. You would use Duty Finder to get into quests, into trials, like into dungeons and stuff. With Materia, they're very Party Finder based. So whenever I've had to progress through the story, on this character, I don't turn to Duty Finder. Even during peak hours, I don't turn to Duty Finder. I turn to the Party Finder and I say, hey, I need a first time clear on, the 73 trial. Come help. And within 10 minutes, I have enough people to go in and do it. Sometimes unsynced, sometimes synced. But Materia is cool. Not enough people give enough attention to Materia. It's a cool community. Alright, the Old Man in the Sea is a swordfish, and it is a double mooch off of a... Hold on, is it Gobi Wahoo? Is it a triple mooch? No, herring into Ogre Barracuda into Old Man in the Sea. Yeah, Lynn, first time clears. That's what I was told. I should honestly probably do that more often on North America, because we'll see that in on Crystal. We'll see people be like, hey, this is my first time through, help. And I should just fill those instead of just standing around waiting for fishing windows. Phone is buzzing. Oh, Europe Fan Fest is in July, not June. I kept thinking it was in June. No, that was... June was the Dawn Trail Fan Fest for North America, July for Europe. Okay. My brain is confusing all the fan fests together. Okay, well that was very simple, so we can skip on to our next fish, which is going to be... What did I say it was going to be? Not flare fish. We're not doing that one. Do I have giant crane flies for Cirro Stratus? I should, yeah. Clouds, top. You're a powerful upset fish, right? Yes, and there's only two. Okay, this one should be hopefully pretty easy to pick up as well, barring slip rate. What do we have coming up that I should like pay attention to? The Gobfather, maybe? That one, deceptively, the Gobfather is actually kind of annoying. Who else do we have? Xenacanthus in 12. Maybe we'll go do Xena. I have to see what the weather is before we go, see if I can prep it. Come on, where? I know you're here. The fishing hole is right here. Where are you? It's over here. Where is this fishing hole? Come on. It's gonna take me longer to find the fishing hole. Okay, I was right. It's over here. Just in this weird corner. Typically now with fishing holes like this, that are like cloud fishing or off islands, they typically just make up the entire island now. Like in Ultima Thule, that's what Linnae 3 Alpha and Linnae 3 Beta are like, or one of those two. It's just like the entire island. Just cast off and there it is. But yeah, no, it's this one's like, this one cloud is what you have to cast into. More specifically, it's probably this one cliff face, because all of these fish, quote-unquote fish, they kind of attach themselves to the underside of these cliffs. And so that's why it's probably that specific side, if we want to get into like the lore of it. Which we could. There we go. Alright, Zero Shred is done. Bokuden. I feel like Bokuden is another one of those easy ones to pick up. We only got 4 minutes. Go to... which one's closer? House of the Fierce. We still have plenty of time before we have to go to Xenocampus, so... Gives me a chance to also look at the weather. Current weather is fair skies? Is that what I'm reading? Meoni fish is enough. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so we'll do Boca then, and then we'll go over to Xenocanthus and we'll do the fish eyes prep on that so we can get a couple mooches off. Love this prep so much. It's so temperamental, but it is so much fun because it's a very, very, very good use of fish eyes. I have to remember where Doma Castle is. They're all just fishing holes that I don't remember doing very often because you come here once and that's it. There's like nothing else here. There's 2 fish it could be. The small version of Bokuden, or Bokuden itself. I want to conserve my GP just a little bit here, because I'm going to need at least a lot of it. I need a lot of it for the Xeno prep. So what easy big fish do you think we'll get in the Mog Tomes this time? Don't ask me that question right now. I have an idea of what it is, but I don't want to say it in case I am wrong. Because somebody just was like, "Hey Fruity, it's gonna be this." And I was like, I don't need to know that. Please don't tell me. So... I have an idea of what it is. But because it is not officially released information yet, I will not speak of it. Here it is. You gonna stay on this time? Yes, you will. Alright. Bokuden is done. We can go over to Kuno. Keep our stonefly larva. To the fringes. Oh, Flarefish is up in 6 minutes too. Xenocanthus is also in, there's a lot of fish coming up in 6 minutes, holy crap. We probably could have gotten inkfish in that time too, but we won't. Fishing off rocks. Watching the little bushlings run around. Mosslings. Okay, Xenocanthus prep. So typically with Xenocanthus, before Dawn Trail, you would show up around now. We're doing this a little bit late, but you would show up around now. You would catch a steelhead trout, which is a 2 exclamation point strong bite. You would surface slap it, you would use prize catch, and then you would wait. Now, as long as it isn't cloudy or foggy, this is actually where it's most effective. And we're gonna need to wait a couple of, we're gonna need to wait like 50 seconds here for my GP to regenerate. If it isn't cloudy or foggy, you can now show up early to Xenacanthus, maybe even like 20 minutes early, and use fish eyes to catch hardhead trout, which is what you use to mooch into Xenacanthus. And what works now is, I mean, there's 2 ways you can do this. If you are on the free trial, you can do that, get one prepped ahead of time, and then you can get a free mooch right at the opening of the window. That's great. Or, if you aren't on the free trial and you are at least level 91, you can use Spareful Hand and store them. And basically, a perfect prep for this would give you 4 free mooches at the start, and with a slip rate of 89.5% observed. Let me double check that. 90? I was close. 90.2% slip rate. That basically gets you halfway to the quote-unquote drop rate for Xenacanthus. So it's a really, really nice prep that I don't see enough people doing, because it does require a lot of GP and time. But it is very, very useful to do if you have an opportunity to. So I would do it. It's just incredibly GP intensive. So the more GP you have, the easier it is. This particular case, I could have used prize catch, but there was a low chance that it would be another hardhead, so I just went for it while Fish Eyes is up. And as long as you cast out while Fish Eyes is active, and you use all of your lures before Fish Eyes falls off, it will still count, even though the buff has fallen off when the bite comes, because the bite snapshots, or the fish that you are going to get snapshots at cast or the last time that your lure usage was. So I'm just waiting for my GP to regen again. I got another, what, 3 minutes? 2 minutes. This opens up at 16 Eorzea. So what I'll do is I'll wait for my GP to hit 550 here. Cast out, Cordial will be up. See if we can grab a second one and then be done. Things are happening. Post Nameless and the Prolo. Oh gosh, no, Wrath. Jesus Christ, Wrath. Hello everyone from Wrath Games. How is the solo? I wasn't looking at my Twitch, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh wait, Wrath is, oh shoot, Wrath is here. Hi everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Fruity Snacks, and I am a fisher here in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm the fish guy. I'm the one who had to tell Wrath Games what to fish for when he was going through when you were trying to get your potions. But for those of you who are coming in from the other raids or streams, if you don't know Wrath, Wrath is currently going through all of Final Fantasy XIV solo. He has, I don't know where you are now, but I know that you've made it into Shadowbringers pretty far. Wrath, the statistically significant games, yes. Epicentera, yes, I did. I did, in fact, help set up the Eorzean aquariums on Crystal. That's the one that I manage, and I have helped out with the ones on Spaghetti and Crystal, but they're ran by some friends of mine. Fruity, I forgot to tell you, but you're in my last video. I scrubbed through your last video and didn't see me, but I also need to double check that again. I haven't watched it yet. I'm sorry. But I caught a fish, yeah. No. And we can now mooch it, too. So this is for Xenacanthus. Xenacanthus is an incredibly slippery fish. It has a 90% slip rate. So there is a 1 in 10 chance, because I know, Wrath, you love your numbers. There's a 1 in 10 chance that this bites. I have only ever got a first cast, or a 1 in 10 chance that it stays. It will 100% bite, but it's a 1 in 10 chance that it'll stay. So we have 2 1 in 10 chances here. And then I'll have to go back and mooch again. But no, I promise I will go watch your video again, and I will do the whole point at screen, it's me, when it comes up. I was wondering if I was in this one or the next one, because I thought you were just dealing with Titania. Okay, thank you. Might be better to use the integrated Twitch CC with the OBS plugin rather than the stream closed captioner for reading out loud for hard of hearing people. Okay. That was very helpful. Could you send me the plugin information and I will get that fixed up for the next stream? I'm actually really glad you told me that there was that, because I haven't been a fan of the Stream CC one. So if you could somehow get that to me on Blue Sky or Discord, or give it to Wrath and Wrath can send it to me, that would be great. Yeah, Fishcord as well. Like, I'm hard to not find. I think also if you post it, the moderator will just be like, no, don't post links, but then I'll still see it. But send it to me through Discord, because then that way it doesn't get lost. Oh, Wrath Games is sending me stuff.
Oh, hi, Fruity.
Oh.
There's one other source of...
That was a while ago, Wrath. That was when I was dressed up as a bunny. As a bunny. He does even do the dungeon solos. That is funny. And I think what's even more funny about that bit was you missed me like 3 times. You were doing, I think, the vault or something on Blue Mage or something. I don't remember. But whatever you were doing, you missed me 3 times. I'm standing there dressed as like a sexy bunny, and you didn't even notice. Literally in front of you. Where's my timer on this one for when it sends? Okay, Kagura, I have gotten your DM. I will install that. I will install that soon. Go have some fun snacks, Wrath. I will take good care of your chat, and I will totally not turn them into a force for, you know, swaying you into fishing more. Okay, he's gone. So, Wrath, guys, how do we get him to fish again? We got to get him to fish again. Right? I mean, how much fun was he having going for Steel Razor? Do I need to, like, challenge him to a race? And be like, I'll give you, like, a...
Will you fish again?
Give him, like... Oh, hi, Mortal. Yeah, for those who don't know, you can pay channel points to make a fish talk. We could challenge him. So here's the thing. I know he has that thing where he has like next challenge, right? He has like doesn't he have a bit requirement, like a channel point thing? We just somehow figure out how to get the 1 million channel points for that, for the new challenge, and then we just make it solo only fishing. And if he doesn't, I will race. I will find a way to do a race with him, because we have like lockout boards we could do. I'm sure we could find something. I'm sure we can trick Wrath into fishing again. He will fish. Again. I literally ran down Denmo the other day to get him to fish. Alright, we got 4 minutes left on this. Oh yeah, no, I mean, the fishing is a slow game. Fishing is always a marathon. It is not a sprint. It doesn't have to be, you know, in the next few months. Maybe next year we get something and we'll just be like, hey, Wrath, I have a challenge for you, and I'll race you to it, and it'll be whatever that challenge is. You could also, if you want to just tempt him with it, I do have a fishing derby coming up at the end of this week that runs for 10 days, and it is a unique challenge that I can't say yet because it's a surprise, but there's that. What if we make the race a charity event? I have been thinking about doing a fishing charity event anyways, so, I mean, there is that opportunity. Wrath does need to be willing. I'm not going to, like, force him into it, but... Okay, maybe I would force him a little bit into it, but if Wrath doesn't want to fish, I'm not going to force him to fish, because fishing's not for everybody. Alright, we got 3 minutes. Where are we going to go after Xenacanthus? Greatest bream in the world. Probably not. That one's kind of dull. Mud Golem, I That's in Western Panel. Mud Golem's pretty easy to go for. Marrow Sucker should be up 2. That one should be not too hard. Magic Mushroom. Apocalyptic Pikachu. Ninja Beta, that's a long window. Do I have Ninja Beta on this guy yet? Deep Tangle, Deep Tangle, Deep Tangle. No. Fishing in 14 is great. I have literally been doing it for 5 years. You totally should. Big fishing is a ton of fun. I will say for the Mog Tomes, they always have a big fish, or they've started to always have a big fish. I would recommend when it comes up, do the Mog Tome big fish, because it's usually pretty quick, and it's usually pretty accessible. I think the one that I'm seeing, I think the one that's coming up isn't that difficult to do, so totally would consider doing that. Because that's what it's there for, and hey, you get 10 Mog points for it. The other thing you could do too is ocean fishing. Ocean fishing is usually pretty reliable when it comes to like actually getting Mog Tomes, so I would totally check that one out too. Ocean fishing is a good gateway into big fishing, because a lot of what you do in ocean fishing kind of ties it together. Yeah, you don't even need gear for it. Ocean fishing's great. If I didn't get raided by Wrath, I would have remembered to go ocean fishing. I just realized what time it was. It just closed 3 minutes ago. Ocean fishing is very silly. So the way ocean fishing works, it's like there's two sides of it. There's the spectral current side and the non-spectral current side. You start off in the non-spectral current side, and there's a chance that you enter into a spectral current on one of the 3 zones that you go to. Alright, that's the end of Xenocanthus. Where are we going next? Nothing exciting is up. Let's go do Moldva, I guess. Do I have Sylphid baskets? No. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Closes in 11 minutes. We'll go Korkoi. Oh, wait, hold on. I know I have you. Do I have... No, okay, we're gonna go to Old Charlian. KRS, thank you for the follow. Also, everyone who just followed from Wrath's raid, it was a lot of you. Thank you for the follow. Guru and Ruby, thank you for the follows as well. Silly in a good way. So we can do Aether Electric Guitar Fish. I just had a phantom sound and I don't know what it was. Yeah, Fisherman's, not intuition. Instinct. that lets you refresh the intuition is really helpful. You probably won't run into it too much in ocean fishing, but when it does happen, it's really nice. Alright, so we're going for Aether Electric Guitarfish, which I should have enough GP for. Up for another 9 minutes. It's a powerful hookset fish. Should I be using a Ailer on this? I'm so frazzled. Yes, we're fine with that, though Cobalt Chromis probably would have been the better slap. Oh well. Let's go fishing. I should make that meme gif, but just of fishing, and then the odd dang it is just the fish gets away. I should do that. Thank you for coming thank you for coming, Ludia. Have a good eep. And Sveta08, thank you for the follow. You know what? I have time. I'm just gonna swap my slap here. Oh, we should go for Diamond Eye. It's up in 23 minutes. We can do that later. I need to get more coordinates as well. Dark Star we could hit next. Merciless we could hit next. Sounds like I'm just sounding like random names. I could make up a fish name and someone would be like, yeah, that fish. Oh, we could go over for brown banana eel. If we get this quick enough. Is this a double window? No. You have a feeling the next fish will be a large-jawed fish. Dreamweaver's up. Charon's Lantern we're not going to do. Magic Mushrooms in 6. Aetherless caught. Just randomly randing off numbers here. Okay. So this guy is just not biting at all. One of these days. Alright, so Aether Electric Guitarfish. We can go into Dark Star if we have to. Though I should check and make sure I have Snurble flies. No, sorry, Chocobo flies. But what do we have next? Is Hailfinder up? No, that's 5 minutes. So many fish close in 5 minutes. Who opened in 5 minutes? Disappear Ruku. That's a boring fish. Magic, I don't have any spinners. We can go quickly to Ninja Beta. Yeah, we'll go do Ninja Beta after this, because that'll be a minion that we can go for. I usually don't have it take this long to bite, especially with lure. like the 5th, 6th, 7th. No, how many times did I catch it the first time? It's probably the 8th time I've gone for this fish. Got mackerel strips in Scholar's Harbor. Weird. I think what's next? Kind of wish I remembered that ocean fishing boat, because I even had the ocean fishing tracker on. It's like, oh yeah, we'll go do that, and then wrath raided, and I got sidetracked. Thank you for successfully distracting me from my wrath. Koi. Yeah, I guess we'll just go to Dark Star, but I'll pick up some chocobo flies somewhere. See where I can grab those really quick. Most cities, okay, cool. Get fish or die trying. We will just absolutely try and get this fish. I would actually be surprised, though, if I don't get it. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, no, I do have the book. Okay. Always have to check if I have the book or not. Tora, thank you for the follow. Are my notifications popping up? There should be like a little visual showing up. I don't know if that's actually working now. There was an update, and I didn't check that. I went right before this. There should have been a pop-up on screen, and if it didn't pop up, I need to go and fix that. Or, oh wait, hold on, let's see here. Twitch alerts. Yeah, no, they're on. I'm not sure what happened. Sorry about that. I even got new ones. Let me see if I can grab those. There it is. Into a slip, I bet, but nope. Nice. Dashboard. Guitar fish. We're gonna go to Limsa. We're gonna pick up our chocobo flies, and then we'll go Dark Star. I also made some updates to these, so that might be why they're broken. Paste that. Okay. And refresh it. Okay. Hopefully those work now. If not, I'll look into that. I've been having a rough time with OBS because they've just been doing all these updates. Version. I should pick up some more glue. To Corthus. Corthus. This Corthus. I am doing well this fine evening. I got a great jump scare by Wrath, which is always a fun time. We've been catching fish. Had a pretty chill day. Yes, this is The new... Oh, this is the new Primals version. Okay. This wasn't in my old playlist. We got to see this. I think they played this live for the first time at FanFest in NA. I think it was in Vegas. And everyone was singing along. It was fun. It was wonderful. Alright, Dark Star. I need 5 Lamp Maramos. And with 5 Lamp Maramos, I get my Intuition, which I then need to swap to Honeyworm. Oh, not Glowworm, Honeyworm. Should have Honeyworm, right? There we go. I should be able to plug this into my int as well. So we need a specific buff in order to catch Dark Star. So to get that buff, we have to do 5 Lamp Maramos, and then we go from there, and it's all Let me see. Send to test alert. There it is. Cool. Alright, we're back to working. Alright, thank you, Nixandra, for making me realize that after 20 people. And after this window, I need to pick up cordials. And there's a Dark Star Bite. And a Dark Star catch. Okay, that was really easy. Let's see. Alright, well, that's Dark Star done. Sea Hagen 2, Floating Boulder. I don't. Floating Boulder is the second or third rarest fish in the game. Second or rarest big fish in the game, at least. Or first or second big fish. The rarest fish is Magic Bucket. So that one's always a pain to go for. Who's coming up? We could do... Do I have any spinners on? No, that's Metal Spinner. I just want Spinner. No. Good profile. Stuff like that. We'll go do the Speaker. In the hinterlands. So show of hands, how many people teleport to Idleshire with the intent of going to the hinterlands and then forget that you can just Aethernet out of there and just instead run? Because I do that maybe 8 times out of 10. I absolutely will just take the long way and just run. Every time. When I was playing this, when it came out, this was like the sickest song. Like, this was the best boss intro to date so far, was this one for Shinryu. Where you're running in across the parapets and giant dragon flying in the background. Always run. I forget, and it's like automatically unlocked for you too. So it's always the annoyance when it's like I'm halfway to the gate, and it's like, well, now if I just turn around and go back, it's gonna take me longer, so I might as well just run. Just finish it and wallet and just run in my own annoyance. The Upper Thalic River. On this, I think I already have Bob. Last two windows for step. I haven't even looked at the last two windows for step. When is step up next? Step the campus. 40 minutes. I don't think I'll hit that window. But is this? Oh, it's one of the 16 windows. Okay. You should just be able to fish eyes out of that, though. Because at least you can fish eyes sculptures now. Oh crap! I didn't see if there was a target that was powerful. Good. Ooh. Couldn't remember if Speaker was a powerful or precision hook set fish. Okay, nailed that one. Are spinners? Can I buy those or are those crafted? Because if they're crafted, they're a little bit harder to get because Sophia's supply is low. Yeah, they're crafted. Okay. We'll deal with that later. Do I have magma worms? Because Race Vulgar's Tears would not be that hard to get. Absolute mess of an inventory. Clean it up, Fruity, come on. Alright, Race Vulgar's Tears. In Annex Shrine. There we go. So I think Race Vulgar's Tears is also not that hard to get. I shouldn't be focusing on these hard fish, or these easy fish as much. Yeah, crawl through the hole. Race Vulgar's Tears is just a straight catch, okay. Spinner bait. Spinner bait? Is that what I mean? Yeah, just spinners. Not spinner bait, just spinners. They look like metal spinners, but they're not metal spinners. Right here. Missed the Heaven's Word fishing holes because they were all in like really weird places. Pantheon's Colts, that's great. Alright, so Race Vulgar's Tier shouldn't be that rare of a bite. Emphasis on shouldn't. 6%, which is pretty good, all things considered. If we get it quick, we might be able to hit Miss Beard. No, Miss Beard's a negative. Probably not. Morgana, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We are currently working on our fishing log here on my Oceania alt. We've been had a pretty good day so far. We picked up 9 fish, 10 fish, can't count. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Fruity Sense. I am a fisher main. It's kind of the thing I do. I am the fish guy. If you have questions about fish, I am one of the few people that you can talk to and probably get a numbers scientifically backed answer. Because I have caught every fish in the game at least 3 times, maybe 4. And on YouTube, for those who don't know, you can also find me on Quiet Sin. We had a good few months where no one brought up the Porter incident. You can also find me on YouTube, Blue Sky, and Twitter, and all that other stuff, but that's fine. I do guides on all the fish. I have 300 plus guides and a book that's maybe 300 pages long at this point, which you can find. Alright, so we got Race Failures Tears. That was easy. We could probably go do Twitch Beard. Let's go see if we can sneak into a residential area really quick. For what it's worth, the Chocobo Porter stuff came up a couple of years ago. I think we missed the anniversary of that. Video residential. I learned that if you go to a Chocobo Porter after level 10 in any of the city-states, so Limsa, Ul'dah, and Gridania, you have 2 options. You can get Chocobo Porters, which is what everyone knows about, where you just get on your Chocobo and it automatically takes you to a stop that you have talked to. And you can rent a Chocobo, which nobody knew about. I had been playing the game at the time for 6,000 hours, and I did not know that you could rent a Chocobo for 10 minutes and just take it wherever you wanted. It didn't automatically go. It wasn't a porter. It was a rental. And everyone thought I was talking about porters. So I was like, how did you play for 6,000 hours and not know about Chocobo Porters? I knew about Chocobo Porters. I didn't know about Chocobo rentals. Anyways. You can rent Chocobos at level 10. It's useful for about 10 to 15 levels until you get your own Chocobo. But back in the day, it was way more impactful because you actually couldn't get your Chocobo as easily. Alchemist MC? Thank you for the follow. And Catman, thank you for the follow. Let's see. Alright, so Twitch Beard is only up for 3 minutes, so we're here for not a long time. Where are we going after Twitch Beard? 100 Eyes back. We could go for that. I did just unlock Sridora, so we could go for Big Kuda. But we're not really focused on the Endwalker fish right now, so I say we do 100 Eye Axolotl again. Because that'll be up at the end of the Twitch Beard window. And then after that, we'll go do Captain Nemo. Do I have root leeches? I do. Seven Flame. Which is this from? Is this Hero's Gauntlet? Is that what this one is? I remember the dungeon in my head. I don't remember where this track is from though. Which dungeon it is. Aglathan. Okay, because I remember there was a giant machine in it. Alright, cool. We got Twitchy. Which means we can go get prepped for 100 Eye, I guess. Let me grab my purse webs again. Let me just grab my purse. Nice. 12 for 3 hours is pretty good. Some of these are also not that easy to pick up. Let's go back to the tapestry. Yeah, Paglathan. And now everyone can go do the Paglathan glam run again, because now you can just wear all of it. Coming in 7.4. There's actually some glams in Paglathan that I was like, I would love to wear this on my tank. But I couldn't because it was a healer gear. Paglathan has really nice glams. That one, I really like that one, but I never ran it because it was never on the jobs that I needed. I've never seen the crystals this dark before. That's weird. Yeah, no, the glam thing. I was in a I was in a Discord voice chat with my friend. We were just kind of doing our usual snark fest during the event, during the live letter, where we just, you know, sit, watch, and just be our own like Statler and Waldorf. And they showed the picture of the white mage with a Dark Knight greatsword, and I'm like, immediately I was like, that's not correct. Wait, that's a white mage glam with a Dark Knight sword? Wait, what? Hold on, what? And my friend was like, please, Rudy, do not do this to me. I'm like, no, I think they're unlocking glams right now. In 7.4. Bed Batman Beyond. That's a great name, by the way. Bed Batman and Beyond. Very, very good. Yeah, and then they ended up taking 3 more images to be like, oh yeah, here's the pic. It was when the paladin with the Pictomancer with paladin armor came up. I was like, no, this is actually happening now. They're pulling the ripcord. But it's not working with... I think the one thing we're not clear on, at least from the translations, is that it's not working with weapons. I know, like, they said... I know that from my understanding of the thing is... You can't glam, like, a great sword onto a white mage staff. That makes sense. But what I can't understand is, can a black mage staff be glammed onto a white mage staff? Because they're both two-handed staffs. Like, is that a... Is that... Do we know anything more about that? Because that's the one thing I couldn't understand, or I didn't understand at all, was, is it just weapons are completely out, or is it like two-handed? Is it like very specific? Because if so, that opens up some really weird, like, can I glam my fishing rod onto my paladin? Question mark. What am I waiting for? Nothing, it's just opened. It's horrible. I've deleted so many glams because I only collected white mage glams. Well, now you can collect them all. That would be interesting, yeah, if it's like its own categories. But I could also see where it'd be like really weird if Fisher could, if it was like tools, why would a Fisher then be able to glam like their tool as like a frying pan? Like, how is that going to work? Like, will frying pans count as swords? Like, what's the categorization of weapons? So I'm hoping, I mean, I'm assuming that in part 2 they'll show us everything that's possible, but I'm not I'm not expecting weapons to be cross-glammable. Like, I think white mages are going to be stuck with white mages, weapons, stuff like that. Okay, well, that was very uneventful. Do I have Sky Spoonler to go forward by Kuda? No, but I can go grab some. That's what I'm expecting. The weapons and tools are going to be restricted. That just seems like the easiest. Oops, I went to the wrong place. I want to go to Razadon. That just seems like the easiest way to do it, is if they just leave the weapons out. Though I would allow them to make spearfishing gigs glammable with dragon spears. We'll allow that, because you barely see the spears anyways. Level 90, because it's Sky Spoonler. Nope. Oh, it was level 80. Okay, cool. Give me 15 Sky Spoonlers. That is not who I thought it was. I thought that was somebody from my FC. Now we can go to Palagas. Oh no! Wait, I can't do Big Kuda because it's right, because I'm in. This is a overwritten weather, so I can't even do that because it's overwritten. So we'll just ignore that. We will vanish back to Old Charlian really quick. Share weapon yeah, if I think there would be some cool things, but it would be like 2 Rare Bird Alerts comment, and this is what Yoshi P even said, like, the animations are very much locked to specific weapons. So, like, it'd be really weird for the Great Sword to be the thing with... It just seems weird. Like, Great Sword wouldn't work with Warrior, despite them both being two-handed. And they're both held differently, too. Why are all hunts and hunt trains in Final Fantasy XIV canceled in Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawn Trail Ruby? Please tell me. Because that seems like a quote-unquote big deal. Nothing there. Okay. Where are we going next? Let's do one more fish. We'll go do Argonautica, I think. Oh wait, no, Diamond Eye is up. We have to go do Diamond Eye. Because Diamond Eye is a pain to get. And so the more windows we have, the better. Oh. Because it's Koopa Nuts. Yeah, okay. You get my... You can have a pity laugh for that. Haha. Funny. I get it. Yep. Because it's November. Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't think the code is the issue. It's the skeletons for the weapons and stuff, because those are definitely not static weapons. I don't think they're static meshes, I should say. Alright, now we get to play, is it Pearl Eye or is it Diamond Eye for the next little bit? Nope. I want rock saltfish. Yeah, no, the reason, like, Warrior's level 100 skill, I think, like, makes the weapon scaled up is because they probably scale up the bones, for the animation. There's two ways of doing animations, and I'm speaking from I've done video game development at that level, and I have not had to implement this system, but I have seen how the system works. And there's two ways of handling weapons. One, you tie it to the person's hand, and you just animate the hand, and or whatever body part that it's attached to, and that's how the weapon attack works. Or you create a dummy weapon, and that becomes like the rig for all weapons of that type, and then you just apply a mesh, a skinned mesh, onto that rig or onto that skeleton with an animation that is synced up with the player. Now, with the difference like between Warrior and Dark Knight, Warrior holds their sword differently in two different positions, so their axe in two different positions compared to Dark Knight, who holds it more down on the hilt, so that wouldn't really work. So the animations wouldn't sync up that way because the hands would automatically be in different positions, because it's basically two animations running together in sync. I think I got all the words out that I need to do on that rule. Animation's rough. It is a magic. Animation is just magic. How much you want to bet that that was our diamond die? And it just slipped. Next end, I am 100% on that. Is Denmo in a house right now? Hold on, let's look. Where is Denmo? Mixstrong Huge. Those aren't Thabnerian guppies. The two fish that I saw, one of them was from Thabner, the other one was not. And neither of them were guppies. I've done 3D modeling, and I hate topography. I never properly learned topography of 3D animations, or of 3D meshing. I had to do it for VR too, where it was like, you had to be super low poly. The yellow ones that he was just looking at when I peeked at his stream are Veritas. They're caught in Doncho. They're not Thabnerian guppies. They're literally cenotes. They're from cenotes. I've had to do like 3D modeling, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I love 3D modeling. It's just dealing with topography and trying to get your vertices to work together. It's like you're trying to build a three-dimensional object from scratch, and you can accidentally throw it into the fourth dimension. And you don't want to do that, because game engines don't like that. Are you here? Oh, there you are. I'm not even going for step. It's not even up. I'm going for diamond eye. And we're just getting nothing but pearl eyes. As is tradition when you are fishing in the locks. I love this zone because it is very hard to not find the fishing hole. Because this is literally the fishing hole. All that the water touches is the fishing hole. Yeah. No, I could never get vertices to weld correctly when I was working with Blender. And then like I'd import it into Unreal Engine and then the vertices would be flipped even though they were the right side out in Blender, and oh god. And then don't even get me started on skinning meshes. Like having to deal with skinning onto rigs. That was another nightmare. Weights were easy. Skinning was annoying. Like making sure that each vertice was tied to the right place and it didn't need to like actually like clump up together. Game development is fun, but also game development is absolutely just magic. If you have any interest in games, just understand that game development is a school of magic. It's right up there with like transformation. It should be in Joe Cat's, domains of magic. Game development. School of magic. Game development schools. Magic schools. I absolutely love it. I have absolute respect for anyone who does any form of game development. Whether you are making the game or marketing it, that entire process is an absolute it is a miracle any game gets made at all. And I'm not just saying that to be like, oh, games are hard. No, it is just a miracle that games get made at all. It's fun as hell. Don't get me wrong though. I loved when I was working in game development. I also hated it too because it was so rough. The industry is tough. So, hug your local game developer. One of these days, it'll be a diamond eye. What is diamond eye? Actually, I should probably look and see what diamond eye light window is. Sub 30. Okay, so it's the exact same as pearl eyes. So it's either going to be a pearl eyes or a diamond eye. Great. A little before the window too. It is a little bit before the window. No. It sits squarely inside of the primary pearl eye window for diamond eye. Sculptors are later, but it can still be pearl eyes. But the later it is, the more likely it is a sculptor. But by later, I mean you're still looking at like 30 seconds. So Stethecanthus was one of the most interesting fish, and it still is one of the most interesting fish from a strategy perspective, because you have to manage your GP, you have to make on-the-fly decisions, you have to put a lot of thought into what choices you're making so you don't screw yourself down the road. More pearl eyes. Let's go back to patience, I guess. Oh, let's not end it on a flop. Come on. Sculptor is very rare. So if you're having trouble with sculptors, that's not surprising. I don't remember what the actual rates are, but it is not high. So TC currently has around 2% compared to 84% for pearl eye. So you have, again, it's kind of, it's just, one in, what is that? What is that number? 2%, so 1 in 50. It's the same bite rate as, Ruby Dragon off of Cure. That's probably swayed a little bit, so I wouldn't, it's probably a little bit higher than 2%, but I wouldn't say it's much higher than 2%. What does actually Loden's site say? Because he cleaned up the data. Bite rates. Let's go. Locks. That's a good bite, though. Oh, sorry, it's lock celled, not locks. Yeah, 2%. Alright, let's do a couple more casts. We got this. Alright, come on. Probably another pearl eye. This is the one thing with lock celled, though, is you just get locked in pearl jail. Going for salt mill, it's probably pearl eyes. Going for sculptor, it's probably pearl eyes. Going for diamond eye, it's probably pearl eyes. Going for Stethecanthus, still probably pearl eyes. These things have like an 80-90% bite rate on everything. make that our last mooch. Last cast magic here. Ooh, that's an early bite, which would probably make it a Pearl Eye in a second. Yeah. Oh, it's a little later. It's 23. That could be. That's in the Diamond Eye window, but it's a Pearl Eye. All right. Well, we're gonna end it there, guys. So don't go anywhere, especially if you're on, at least if you're on Twitch. First off, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you if you came over from Mousy or from Wrath or from Morgana's stream. I'm glad you stuck around. I hope you had a little bit of fun and learned something. For those of you who somehow missed it, my name is Fruity Snacks. You can find me on YouTube, where I have over 300 guides on catching fish in Final Fantasy XIV and in a couple of other games as well. I'm also on Blue Sky, and I'm on Twitter. So I will drop the links to that in chat. You can find me in all those places, and if you haven't subscribed or followed at least, I don't care about the subscriptions. If you want to follow, that'd be great. But the big thing, though, and I'm going to ask this once, I am literally 10 subscribers away. I'm not joking. 10 subscribers away from 10,000 on YouTube. So if you could just click that and then subscribe for like a month, that would be great. I'd feel very happy about that. But if not, that's fine too. I don't care. I'll get there eventually. So for those of you who are on Twitch, stick around. We're going to kick you over to Denmo, who's doing housing tours tonight. But if you're on YouTube, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, probably in the next week or so.